Hola, hola, hola guys, it's me and happy Christmas Eve. I am totally excited for this holiday. My parents are coming over to my house today, and tomorrow, Christmas Day, me and my husband and our family, all of us are going to be going over to ransack my sister's house, so that should be fun. So today I'm going to just be doing a short, simple holiday look tutorial. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you had saw this look on my Instagram when I had to go to an ugly Christmas sweater party. I was actually still sick that day, so obviously I wanted to look good, but I didn't want to do anything complicated, and I just did not feel like sitting in front of the mirror for an hour trying to do a pretty holiday look. So I was able to do something simple but festive. This look is can easily be done for a day look, or you can bump it up with a little bit of glitter for the holidays. So that is what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to be showing you the 3 palettes that I'm going to be using today, and these palettes are actually from Wet n Wild. This is from the Flocks of Fancy collection, which I believe is still on wetnwild.com. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll put the link below if it is there. So I'm going to be using these 3 palettes. I'm not going to be using all of the colors. I am actually going to be using the transition colors in the palettes, which are these 3 here. I'm going to be using those as transition, and then I'm going to be putting on a little bit of this bronzy color on the lid, top it with some glitter and liner, and see how that goes. I've already moisturized and primed. I've already put on my foundation, which is foundation I'm wearing today is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the color Natural Ivory. Have some powder under here, so I am presently baking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go into the look, and I'm pretty much just gonna be using 2 brushes. I'm gonna be using a fluffy round brush, as you can see here, and then I'm going to be using a smaller pencil brush. So those are primarily the 2 brushes that I'll be using. Maybe you'll want a cleaner brush on the side just to fix your blending or what have you. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna be starting with the first palette, which is Flock Party, and I'm going to be using this because it has the lightest transition color of the 3 palettes. This is a very, very light natural beige color, and I'm going to be very loosely, very lightly just swirling that back and forth, windshield wiper motion on my eyes. Again, this is going to be lightly put. You don't want anything exaggerated because this is only serving as the transition color. You're also going to want to keep your hand away from the brush because the farther away you have it on the handle, the easier and light of blendability and color will appear on the lid. If you get it a little more closer, then the color is going to appear darker, more concentrated, and you don't particularly want that when you are blending. So I'm just putting that on my crease up to my brow bone. So that's just this very simple step right here. And with a light touch, you don't have to do anything crazy, just doing a light touch on your lids. So now that I am pretty much done with this, I'm going to go into the next color, which is actually in the next palette. And this one is Hasta la Costa, baby. And I'm going to be using this transitional color that is in the palette, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. This is a shade darker than the first one that I used, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, just taking that fluffy brush and putting that in the crease very lightly. So as you can see, the color is slowly picking up, and I really like the eyeshadows from Wet n Wild. I really find that their colors are nicely pigmented. It gives a really nice color. I'm sure that a lot of them are hit or miss because I have bumped into some where they're not as pigmented, and you would probably have to wet them a little bit to get that color going. But for the most part, I really enjoy Wet n Wild beauty products. I actually am waiting for an order from them of some of their new products. I want to really try out their foundation stick that came out. I'm very interested in that. I had to get it in Shell Ivory though. My color really is Natural Ivory, but The Shell Ivory I can get away with. It's probably gonna be a little lighter, but I can get away with that. Okay, so that is done. So I'm gonna go into the next palette, and this one is Stop Ruffling My Feathers. Y'all, just stop it! And I'm gonna go into their transitional color, which you can see is obviously darker than the two. So with that, I'm gonna switch my brush. I'm gonna take this smaller brush here, smaller pencil brush, and I'm going to concentrate this color a little more right here in the crease, and I'm going to concentrate that color a little going into the brown line. So I'm going to dip into that color right here, tap that, I'm gonna flip that and start going here. Now I'm gonna hold the brush a little closer because I want the color more concentrated. If you want some better balance, you can use your pinky on the side of your face, and that is going to help you balance out your application. And pretty much, and you're gonna wanna start out little by little. It's really, you know, it's easier to fix a color that you're building up than just taking a bunch of color and then sticking it on your lid, because then it's going to be pretty much near impossible to fix that. So especially with the dark colors, especially if you're new in makeup, you're experimenting with different colors, really just start from little by little and start building it up. So as you can see, I'm building it up in the crease. I'm not going to go all the way. I'm really just stopping midway, and I'm actually just going to kind of like slant upward, as if you can see that. I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm going to also go down here, make a tiny little V shape, just so that that color has an ending to go. And that's pretty much what you're going to do to both eyes. And when you're done, you're gonna go back to the brush where you use the transitional colors, or you can go to a clean brush if you're kind of afraid because you don't, you know, you're afraid of the colors muddling up together. But you're gonna go lightly and blend, but don't over blend, because, you know, I think that there has to be like a friendly meet in between of how much you blend, because I think that if you blend too much, then that's when the color becomes muddy looking. That's when you see your colors start blending together, and then you're like, why are all my colors blending together? A lot of the times it's because you're over blending. So just, you know, blend with caution. Obviously we always say, you know, blend, that's the best thing. Of course, you always want to blend. You always want your looks to look good. But if you over blend, you can move your colors together, and, you know, it'll look like a mess. So just be wary of that too. So when you feel that, you know, you're satisfied with how the color looks, with how it has come out, I think I like how this looks so far. You're gonna go back to your fluffy brush, and you're going to softly blend it. Don't be violent, y'all. Don't violently blend. Just take it and softly blend. Softly. Oh my god. Okay, so now that you have blended, I think it looks pretty equal, y'all. It looks fine, right? I think it looks fine. Anyway, so we're gonna stay in the same palette, and I'm going to actually use this bronzy type color here, which is for the crease. The good thing about these palettes, again, from Wet n Wild, I like how they write, you know, what colors for what. This is for the brow, this is for the crease, this is for whatever, but obviously you can use it in however way you want. So I'm gonna be using this color actually for the lid, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna use my finger. I'm gonna swirl around the color on my finger and just pack it on my lid, so that you can see this color is definitely a nice pigmented color. This color does come out on a brush as well. So if you want something a little bit lighter, if you want to use it on a blush, on a brush, you can do that as well. You can actually also wet the color, but be careful with wetting the color, because I kind of ruined this color wetting it. And a lot of the times I actually have to like take the bottom of the brush and like crush the color a little bit so I can use it. It is usable, I still use it, but just a friendly warning, just be careful upon wetting your brushes to use the shimmery colors. That's just something that has happened to me in the past. So, you know, I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, so yeah, so this is a very easy step, as you can see, and this color is just so nice. It's just a nice shimmery coppery color, really pretty color. And it's kind of different because we tend to use a lot of like gold and yellows and things for the holidays. So I think that this nice coppery color is a nice touch and a different touch. So I'm just going and I'm just nicely, neatly packing it on the lid. So I'm gonna go ahead, now that I'm done, I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush here. This is my Morphe R3 brush, and I'm just going to brush away all the powder that is on my face from baking. That way I don't look so weird anymore. I'm just gonna take all that powder off. And I'm going to go into my liner. That's what I'm gonna do next. Whew. I'm racing against time, y'all, because my camera is very low on battery. So I'm definitely like fighting for my life here. So I'm gonna go into the liners, and I'm just gonna show you the liners that I'm going to be using, because I do use more than one. I am currently liking very much these two liquid liners from Kat Von D. This is the Dagger liner, and I really love the Dagger liner because of the very thin slanted point. It really helps out in doing your winged eye. And I'm also using from Kat Von D the Lash liner, which is, this is a very dull rounded tip. Now this was made, you know, for the waterline, because I know, as me myself, we have those problems with waterlines. You put, you know, eyeliner just runs everywhere, you know, especially me because my eyes are very watery. But I actually use this to tightline. This is the closest to a product that I have found that does not run all over the place when I tightline. So I'm going to be using those two. Yeah, and I'll be back. Okay, so I did my lining and all that. I also put some mascara on so I can get ready to put lashes. So while my mascara is drying, I'm going to go ahead and put some bronzer on. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and I'm going to take this brush that I have from Wet n Wild, this nice flat set brush, which is very nice, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just start blending, contouring a little bit. And I really like using this brush because it's dense but it's soft. So I am, you know, it's easy to blend without a problem, because obviously you don't want any harsh lines. And I'm doing just something very light here. So while I put this color in, I'm actually able to blend it. You're going to want to blend this upward. And you're going to want to blend, of course, contour, bronze according to your face shape. You know, not every YouTube tutorial, you know, the blending that they do is going to accentuate your face. You really have to do it according to your features. I really don't contour so much like that. I pretty much just do it on my cheeks. I do it, you know, on the sides here, put a little bit on the forehead, you know, to give that little sun-kissed look, that little bronzy look, like I tanned, because Lord knows I cannot tan to save my life. I am just too darn pale, and I just, whew, I don't know about you, but I cannot tan. I actually burn, and I burn very quickly, and my face sometimes will swell up depending how long I'm in the sun, and it's just ridiculous. So in the summer, you know me, indoor activities, y'all. You will not find me in a pool, you will not find me at the beach. It's just not happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my brush to do my blush, and I'm going to be, where is my blush? It's like my favoriteest blush right now. This is the Show Me Your Cheeks blush from Elizabeth Mott, and this is in a peach pink color, which I think is good. As you can see, I really like this. This is like hitting the pan. So I don't have a lot of products where I hit the pan. So this really is one of my favorite blushes, and I'm going to be using the Morphe R14 as my fluffy blush brush. and I'm just gonna be softly putting on some blush here. Please don't put blush from over here, people. It's not gonna work. You're gonna wanna start at least from the arch. You can start and put your blush. And I'm just gonna be softly applying my blush with my brush. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes. The lashes I'm gonna be using are actually from Dollar Lashes or something like that. Yeah, something like that. I'll show you the packaging in a minute. I don't think I'm too good with names, y'all. So anyway, but I'm gonna show you the lashes and the packaging so you can see. So here is the packaging. So it's the Dollar Lash Club. So those are the lashes I'm going to be using. They're actually right here because I had used them presently on this. I'm going to be using the style Cassie. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my glue and I'm going to stick them on. And yeah, ya vuelvo. I'll be back. Okay, so I got my lashes on. These are the Cassie lashes. From Dollar Lash Club. If you're interested in the subscription or to check out their lashes, I will put the link below as well. While they are drying, because I need to line the band, I'm actually gonna go back really quickly, and I'm gonna go back to the color that I used on my lid, and I'm actually going to, where is my fluffy brush? I think I put it away. Oh no, it's right here. I'm gonna put it to the side, but the color that I have left over, I'm actually gonna go on the bottom and just lightly use what was left over. If you feel like you want to put a little more, then you can go back into the palette and dip into that bronzy color, like what I'm doing right now. And I don't really put too much, just a little bit to you know, just get some color and definition down there. So while my lashes are drying, I'm going to actually go ahead and take the same powder that I used for baking, which is this one, the Long Time No Shine powder from Lancome. And I'm just going to take my big fluffy brush from Wet n Wild, which was the holiday set, and I'm just going to take a little bit and just dust some on my forehead, on my nose, under my eyes very carefully, and in those places where I do not want shine present. I have combination oily skin, so yeah, oiliness is the enemy. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to go into my highlighter, y'all. This highlighter, y'all. If you have not bought this or at least swatched it, please do. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Amrezy highlighter, which was recently re-released. I never used it. I didn't buy it the first time, but the second time I made sure to buy it, and mija, listen mija, just get this highlighter. It's absolutely gorgeous when it's wet, which is the only time I use it. It's very hard pressed. So I know a lot of people had kind of a tough experience using with the brush, but the trick with the brush, and if you're going to use it with a brush, you have to press in the bristles so that the powder, the highlight, can get on the brush. If you're just swirling it, you're not really going to get a result. But if you want a blinding result, you're going to want to wet your brush or your beauty blender, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to wet and swirl it, and I'm going to put it on. And I like a lot of it, because I'm just a highlighting whore as well. Do you see this? Oh my god. Oh my goodness, it's blinding. I put some on here, put some on my brow. I mean, this is gorgeous for a subtle highlight, you know, if you're not into the blinding thing. But if you are into the blinding thing, mija, you need, just get this, girl, just get it. It's just totally worth it. And I feel like because it's so hard pressed, it's going to last you a long time, the packaging. Do you see that? Oh, Dios mío. Pero esto está brutal, mija. This is, love it. Love that. Put some on my lip here on the Cupid's bow. I like to put it on the bottom as well. Of course, using that with caution, because a lot of the times if you do highlight your nose or you highlight your chin, it can look oily or greasy, so you're gonna want to do that with caution. But these are the points that I like to highlight. So, ay 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 ay, so pretty. Let me stop now. All right, so I'm gonna have to line my lashes now. For that, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D. Yeah, I use a lot of Kat Von D product. It's primarily her lipsticks and her liners. Her liners are really good. This is the Liner X. And I'm using this actually to go over the band. It's very, very black. This color, very, very concentrated black. So it goes on a lot of, if you use a lot of heavy eye makeup, if you use glitter, if you use things like that, this is the liner that will go over it. So I specifically use this for, you know, heavy eye makeup, or if I'm using glitter eye makeup, or going over eyelash bands, which I'm going to do right now. Now I'm just going to do a close-up of my eyeball, just so that you can see how I personally like to line. Obviously you want to line the band, but I actually like to go over the band as well. So a little bit, this is going to be hard to do while I'm talking, so if I do mess up, please forgive me. I'm actually going to want to go over the line. So I'm lining the band itself, which is down here, but I like to go on top of the band as well. And the reason why I like to go over the band, and if you can see the difference in my eyes, this one is, it looks more, just more round, more open, more awake, as opposed to this one. So that's why really I like doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to line the other eye carefully. I'm like holding my breath while I do this. Again, putting your pinky on your cheek if you need to for balance. Yes, so there you have it. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put on some glitter. Hi, glitter! Gonna put some glitter on my eyelid, and I'm gonna put that actually on top of the liner to get a little bit of, you know, that glittery holiday thing going on. This is from Urban Decay, their glitter liner from Urban Decay, and I'm going to be using obviously this color is called Glam Rock. So this is the silver platinum glitter type, and this is what I'm going to be putting on top of my eyes as soon as that is done, or that is dry rather. I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna sit here and dry for a second. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm hoping that it's dried enough. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my silver liner, and let's do a little close-up so that you can see. This is, I'm going to carefully do, hopefully, is this focused? Am I focusing? So you're gonna take your brush, and I find like this product, you kind of have to like really get a good amount on, and you probably might have to reapply. But you're just gonna go ahead and take that glittery brush, and you're just gonna put some on top of the liner like I'm doing right now. So you're gonna have to probably definitely apply more than once, just so that you can get, if you want a really, you know, concentrated amount of glitter like I'm putting right now, then yeah, you're gonna have to dip more than once. And then I'm gonna take some, and I'm gonna wanna put some in my line here, just to get a little glitter going in there, see if you can see that. And this is all personal preference, so if you just want a little bit of glitter, you put a little bit, you want more, then obviously you're gonna put more. And there you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and it's gonna be pretty much the same thing. Eee. I really like these glitter liners. I mean, like I said, the only thing is if you want something, you know, more amplified, more glitter, you're definitely gonna have to reach into the bottle a little bit more. Go get that eye right here. And there you go. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lipstick, and I'm going to be using the lipstick from Toofaced. This is from, yeah, Toofaced Melted Matte. This is unfortunately limited edition, so I'm sorry. If you do find this somewhere, that will be awesome. But yeah, this is in the color Cinnamon Bear, and this came in a package of 4 actually for the holidays. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Okay guys, so this is my holiday look that I used to go to my ugly sweater Christmas party. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. Do you like my little light up hat? So yeah, so this is it. Very simple makeup, which is, you know, was my intention. I got some glitter on the crease, unfortunately, because I didn't let it dry fully. So there's gonna, you know, there was a little bit of crease in there, but don't mind that. Other than that, it definitely will not crease if you let it dry thoroughly, which is not what I did. But in either event, you get the idea of the look. Simple, bronzy, silvery look with a red lip. You can use any color red lip that you want, anything like that. So yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this simple tutorial. I want to wish everybody out there a wonderful holiday, a very, very Merry Christmas. And for me personally, a very Merry Christmas myself and my family. We love Christmas, and most of all, we celebrate our Savior and Lord Jesus Christ. So thank you guys for watching, and I can't wait to put up the next video, and I'll see you guys very soon, very, very soon. Have a great Christmas, guys. Adios. Mwah.